Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll check with the
Padma
details
don't
of
have
what-
got-
Yes, they're available in the US. Yeah, that's it. You can check with the or like
There are people who have actually bought it and have it at home.
They do deliver, I think, but they say it's easy. If you get just those formal brackets and rod you buy.
you buy
Yeah,
from
or-
here and then you can cut according to your size, your requirement and those things you can make it here. Because it's expensive.
They bought it at Home Depot in US. I mean, the rods and. But then-
Here also they sell
Yeah.
copper,
Yeah,
even
copper.
whatever material you say.
You check with this thing. Maybe she gives the same answer. That's why we can check with her.
No, there are a lot of people who are selling it.
I know selling
Yeah.
access like you don't have current direct connection, right?
Somebody like, give us a much.
Yeah, there are people who.
Yeah,
don't.
she knows.
And one the time they used to say. Yeah, if you know, then you can check with it.
Because they're selling the connectors, isn't it?
That's what I'm-
The copper,
Connectors.
yeah. That's from 51 Pyramid, that
51
hip hop in the,
Pyramid,
yeah, they're selling it and then you can buy the copper piping wherever, whichever country you're in.
Yes, yes, yeah.
And cut to size or whatever.
Yeah, okay. I don't know, I try to get it, but bring it not really, because it's.
Why it's-
Why it's better for us, they are full pyramids about that. They try to and then bring this and bring them and bring them.
It's just of getting damaged also, right?
Oh, yeah, that's old, that's a thing, so. Somebody said that you started in US.
That's what GK sir was saying, that you can buy that and then.
But it cost little, but it's easy, it's not like they don't get it.
I mean, amazing, but those are like very expensive, 800.
Quality is not
So
worth
one another thing is that
Quality is not worth
another thing is that when you are spending, why not we spend it to yes, that whatever the money this one it goes to that one. That's the thing.
And support the
So,
cause.
but yeah, it's a great thing. Whatever you buy for every sorry, that's it. Okay. Go to the dark, it is to
I can.
So you where do you live?
Living in New Market.
Oh, New Market. How about
It's a few minutes away from here. Few minutes away from here.
oh, every weekend your sisters can gather and
Used to do sometimes. Now we are packing up.
oh, that's the reason. So okay, so she was away from you one time, so you brought her here close to you. That's the reason. Okay, now the reason is.
No, one sister is in Montreal, right?
Yeah.
Oh, one more is one.
Yeah, one.
Oh.
We have 5 sisters.
Fine, girl.
One is in Montreal.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
nice to have like
Yeah.
lots of
Yeah.
sisters and
Yes.
siblings.
We have arguments too, right?
I know, but after a certain age, like you're so close, so that's what I like about it, because we have 5 brothers. Yeah.
Are you the only one?
Arguments only happen.
No, we have 3 sisters.
That's it.
We have 3
Now,
brothers.
once you pass some year life, go through life, then you realize no argument doesn't make any sense. So,
Yeah, so we fought
That's
a
it.
lot when we were young.
yeah, that's a different
Yeah.
story. Yeah, that's
But
But now,
now it's
see, everybody's biting with the husband, so they go fight. They don't go
after the age, a certain
Then
age,
we
like
realize the value of sisters.
yeah, exactly.
So what about your sisters? Live in India?
Everyone is in India. Nobody wants to come here.
No one wants to come here.
Nobody wants to come here.
So which part?
Not part of India. Like my parents are from Dehradun.
Oh, Dehradun. Okay, right. Okay. Okay. And Shravan, you are from Dehradun, no?
No. He's
Very
not from
close.
Dehradun,
Yeah,
but closer to.
Oh, Meerut. Okay.
Yes.
Where is Dehradun? Which state is it?
Dehradun is in Uttarakhand.
I mean, used to be
It's
part of
not
UP before.
Oh,
UP,
New
yeah, it's close to you. You can say.
It's a separate.
Yeah.
When I was in
It's,
school in
if you
India,
have
there was
heard,
only 21 states in India at the time.
Now 29.
If you,
Yeah, I know.
if
I know
you
this
have
is-
heard Rishikesh,
Rishikesh,
Haridwar,
yeah, Haridwar,
it's
yeah.
all in Uttarakhand.
Yeah,
So
Uttarakhand.
my house, like Dehradun, it's a 60 kilometers from Haridwar.
So UP is like a holy place, lot of temples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all the Lord Shiva, Vishnu, everybody they stay there. They go around all the world, all over the world.
This February, with Chandra sir, I went for a Himalayan trip.
Oh,
wow.
And
Yeah.
we went to all these places, Kachi Dham, Avatar Babaji's cave. So I was telling him, you know, I'm visiting like within 150 kilometers of my birthplace. I actually never here. I said, I came from Canada and said, he's here. That's how things
But
work.
you are
He's like,
the time and permission for everything. See, next door neighbors, sometimes next door neighbors, you know, they don't know about the meditation.
But things has to happen in. Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
And another thing is also, it is close by, anytime we get, that's the day, this one maybe pick up.
One of the physical I have gone many times, but some places we went, we stayed in Parmar location. Very famous. That's the first time I saw Ganga Aarti in my life.
Oh, okay. But many times you went.
My home may be how much? 100 kilometers from Haridwar. Ganga is 12 kilometers from my home. The bank is 12 kilometers. But I never saw in my life Ganga.
Because it happens in Rishikesh and Haridwar.
That's why we have been, but never thought of.
Yeah, Ganga Aarti is what is Banaras, I think, yeah, Banaras also. No, I'm talking about Banaras. It's like there only, otherwise Allahabad, Banaras.
We can do our own town. Next time we go, we can go, anytime we can go, that's the only thing.
We stayed.
just
5 years.
Yeah, it's okay.
5 years.
For at least 9 years.
9 years.
15 years. I never.
Oh, thank you.
See, this is what happens when you are living. When you are living, you don't value good things.
If someone comes from different place, they wait you try to visit Kutuchina, Ganga, all these things and go. Oh, are you going to Zoom session?
Yeah, my sister asked me to connect with her mom. You are
Okay,
doing
So you want to have a-
Yeah.
Yeah, so you should plan.
Oh, she's there.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
So you should plan to bring her as well. Yeah, so I think.
Far over for.
No, bring to her here.
But then it's nice to have one sister in
At least for
Like,
vacation,
if
go to the
you go here, then let's go with
We used to live there for more than 15 years. So now we have only one sister there.
Okay, so one by one you are both started moving. Okay, so even if she wants to move, you don't want to have to move because it is somebody there to you visit, right? Some
Yeah,
vacation.
otherwise they lose contact.
Yeah.
sisters.
We are three and then five. We are also. Yeah. I mean, three together.
Five was the average count, right? Earlier.
I know.
Very, even five,
Grandmother,
She is
there are
five.
9 sisters.
that's how it used to be. Five was very common.
Siblings, so
550, I think.
That's why India's population is like this now. Because that time 7, 8,
Yeah.
9 kids, yeah, and then 5.
1 or 2.
Then after 5, they stopped. Okay, 2 only.
They got the policy, right? हम दो, हमारे दो.
But अभी तो एक ही now they are
I know,
just
true.
having only
We are waiting for one
one.
more person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will be using.
Are you waiting for me or something?
Yes.
No, we can start, we come and join. No, we can get start, I think.
You should be
Yeah,
here.
we should be here. Okay, so if it is, let us not. So all your sisters are about the meditation, everybody?
Yes, they were at my home
Okay, okay.
when JNG
Anybody from here, neighborhood coming?
They planned, but they couldn't make it.
They will, no, that's it. See, yeah, our duty is to inform them. So
Yeah.
if it is for them, they will come. If it is for them. No, I think he will be coming in the next 20.
550.
Yeah, next 10, 20 minutes. He will come and join, no problem. We don't have to.
Maybe
We can start new for
take
you.
connection. Ah, okay. Then we will start meditation.
So are we going to have here itself or where?
Yeah.
Here only.
The kids will come for meditation. You like invite them? You want to invite them? But now, later, no? Okay. You want them? I don't know. If you continue with the meditation, you will have to ask them to join. Wait, Lama, put it on. So that's one of I want something.
Yeah.
Okay, put it as a throat.
That's the my mates stuff that they have to do with this.
So you'll be sitting here or there?
I don't know.
Wherever, like, yeah, you can sit there. Or sit there. Or
Nice if I could see you.
No, you can sit there, I think. Everybody's sitting here, right? It's easy.
Against the light.
No, we can, no, we don't have anything. So you can switch on these lights. But anyway,
Yeah.
even if you sit there or here also the light is we.
Yeah.
Sit there, without back support.
No, I'm sitting here because it's low. Because of my legs.
Oh, you want to-
I'm short height.
I think this one is also low, further low, I think.
It's
like this.
Yeah, back is fine.
You can try this chair. Also not very high.
No, they are all
They
of the same
all
shape.
the same.
All are same.
Say.
Yeah.
All are same, yes.
You. Yes. Very good.
Okay, कुछ लो. No, right? Maybe. I think if she sits there, it's better. I think because she sits.
Yeah.
What do you think is that like light reflection?
Yeah, because if you take.
Here? What about here?
It's up to you anyway.
Okay, it is on the.
It's okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You can come to you.
I just want to be able to see.
Yeah, then I mean, she will change it.
Yeah.
You all can see, she can see all the cars.
Yeah, that's what it makes sense now.
Yeah.
So she's in the. Nobody can see. Nobody can see it like this. Nobody can see it if you watch.
Now she have an eye on.
Having blind spots, you know.
She moved to a safer place.
No, actually it's low, right, so because of my legs, I want to keep my legs like this.
Like this, yeah.
Stable.
Yeah, yeah.
It's easier,
Oh, I was just, that is lower.
I'm just gonna see.
Yeah.
If that would be.
That will be later.
Yeah, I think it's.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Much better.
we can get the dining chair also, that's also lower. Yeah? But the backrest,
No, I don't, it's right here.
See,
Just
one thing
a
is that
little
when you are
support, that's
meditating, better not to have a support, because
Yeah.
otherwise you sleep. It's better to stay.
But at this time, who will start saying,
No, no. Go to
it's
meditation.
late
like,
night, maybe.
Oh, yeah, I want samosa also.
I didn't say, but yes.
Meditation, like if you're doing meditation, 15-20 minutes or something.
Yeah.
and then
It happened so many times with Chandra sir, like in between the meditation, I didn't know what happened.
Yeah.
It felt like, were I
It
sleeping
finishes
or
so
it was
fast.
meditation? What was it?
Yeah.
So in the end, when he's saying okay, then it happened. But didn't know like was it sleep or was meditation or not?
Food is also very nice. There's no one.
Yeah,
I already
Here is another one.
it's
There is another one.
say even
Vikram
if you
Jeet Singh.
slept,
Which
it's
would-
good.
there is one.
but I have always
Yeah.
day
I use one of my. It's amazing. Vikram Jeet Singh. They're very, very famous. Very amazing person.
Maybe if I listen to it, I don't know by name. So,
And if you have good headphones, that is where you get.
beats. What I use.
Oh.
That is what I realized. Meditation is definitely good, but for the people in the community, if you have time to sit, even if they go to meditation, they will feel relaxed. They come up.
But I think they were like, not letting go of the 40-day meditation. I mean, it draws. Let's put the phones on silent.
Who wants to try family phone?
Huh?
You need to silent.
Just one.
What's that?
Gap,
Oh,
meditation gap.
Yeah, encouraging you, right?
the power of meditation.
Last product before.
Ah.
Yeah.
They already know. This can already understand.
Yeah, the guy has one. I want to try it.
No, I mean, otherwise it's plastic ones are big and
It's like,
you get this foam ones also, very good one.
okay.
It's very light and it's very good actually.
You can't keep it like plastic. This is nice.
I didn't stretch, it's a new last week.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, very light and it sits like it's very.
I tried one with the paper, but you can't put elastic band with the paper.
I mean, I don't get a nice fan. Always copper.
People are very heavy. Like what?
And then I mean, the plastic I have, and foam is the best thing. I mean, it's so I got it anymore.
Copper I tried, but it was
Yeah,
too heavy. Because trying to remain distracted.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, the coconut keeps falling.
It's heavy.
This will be more bigger for me and then it does fall.
The top one keeps falling and then it starts ending.
If you go into deeper meditation and if you do this.
It will fall.
Yeah, I should take a picture of now. It looked like a paddy farm. Nice.
Take a picture.
Yeah, because
Do you want to sit here?
no, I will put it so that I can face, but everywhere is against the light.
No.
So you can probably stand with one of them and.
The door closed and it was not.
Okay, so Sushi. Okay. And this is against the notice, notice.
It's good. Yeah, it's a little bit. Oh, I was having to turn it on. But I'm recording something.
YouTube live, it is going there. Spiritual candle.
How can you have to turn the light off? Lights off?
Yeah. That's better with them.
Yeah, otherwise,
It's on your eyes.
yeah.
Let's start. Welcome everyone to this evening session at Kokila ma'am's place in Georgina. Georgina. Welcome you all. A brief intro about Maithili ma'am who has come from UK. Maithili Master has been living in UK for the past 48 years. She worked for a multinational engineering group of companies and took early retirement at the end of 2019. In October 2021, her husband, Shaktidasan Master, was introduced to PSSM meditation in UK. It was her husband who then introduced meditation to Maithili ma'am. Since then, both husband and wife together have been regularly attending meditation classes and satsangs. Over a period of time, Maithili ma'am deeply understood the value of Swadhyaya. She has read several spiritual books and finds great joy in sharing the knowledge she has gained. She offers services wherever possible. She hosts and anchors various sessions and plays music during PMC meditation sessions. She also delivers inspiring speeches in the PSSM Euro Tamil group. Maithili ma'am and her husband have visited Pyramid Valley in Bangalore and Agastya Pyramid Ashram in Tamil Nadu, India. There she gained deep insights and wisdom from senior masters and their lectures. Her mission in life is to spread meditation wherever she goes. Welcome to Canada, ma'am. Maithili ma'am, welcome to Canada. And over to you.
Thank you very much. First of all, shall we do the meditation first and then?
Yeah.
Going to, yeah. So, and then I can, I'm so happy we are both very happy to meet you all here. And I think it is just definitely a privilege and an honor to be here. To see so many young people here, that is really, really amazing. And first we will do the meditation, and then later on, my husband and I will both share our meditation journey. We will do what we can, yeah. So it's nothing formal here, and we're just sharing among our friends here. So we'll start the meditation. Thank you. And you're all sitting comfortably.
Any guided meditation or just you are going to?
Just I'm just going to give the introduction and then just
okay.
play the music. And those of you, children, you know how to sit and all that. If not, cross your legs.
No, it's fine.
And clasp your fingers like this, and then place it on your lap. And slowly close your eyes. And then keep observing the normal, natural, peaceful, tranquil breath. It's normal to have thoughts, but don't dwell on the thoughts. Just keep bringing the attention back to the breath. Just the inhalation and exhalation. That's all we need to observe. No mantras, no chantings. Our breath is our guru. Keep observing the breath.
you. Bluetooth. Bluetooth.
masters. Slowly. So slowly, put your fingers in your eyes for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly open your eyes. Back. Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, so nice to see you all here. As I said, I just want to say briefly about how we came to meditation. Some 4 years ago or something like that, October or September 2021, my husband had a call from Sri Kantaraja Master in UK. And he said, oh, there's this meditation session, please join, or something like that. And my husband was doing his best to fob him off. He said, oh, I'm busy, I've got an appointment, this, that, the other. And Sri Kantaraja Master asked again a couple of times. And then my husband said, well, it's not nice. He keeps asking me. So I've got to just pop my head in there just for a few minutes. And then just to show my face. And that's what he said. And then he attended this session. And that was it, you know. And he said he really enjoyed the meditation and the speeches and the dedication of the PSSM masters. And he said to me, I think you would like this as well. Why don't you come? And I said, well, meditation is not for me, really. And he says, why don't you just come? You'll enjoy the speeches because they talk about all this spirituality and it's something that we don't really know. And I said, okay, reluctantly, I came. I attended one day. I found it so difficult. I couldn't even sit for 5 minutes and I thought, oh, no, this is not for me. But I enjoyed the speeches. I really did enjoy because at that time, it was the early days of the PSSM Europe Tamil session. And regularly the PMC masters used to come and give speeches and they used to do the guided meditation as well. And I really liked the topics that they were discussing. And that kind of brought me into it. And here I'd like to say that most people, when people say, oh, there's meditation, we always say there's no time. And, you know, we always try and find excuses. And I think my husband tried the same thing, but the opportunity came and he just grabbed it. I think a lot of us, you know, we don't realize that universe is giving us these opportunities and we sometimes let it go. You know, once we grab it and then we stick to it and we realize it's such a wonderful, precious gift that we have been given. Patuji has introduced us to this wonderful meditation, which is very, very easy as well. And as Patuji always says, meditation is a panacea for everything. And I have never met Patuji, but people always say that, you know, whenever people go to him and they say, oh, I've got this problem. And he says, do meditation. And I've got something else, do meditation. So meditation is the only answer, he said. And we were so blessed that, you know, through Sri Kantaraja Master, we came into meditation. But as I said, I had such difficulty in the beginning. I couldn't sit for 5 minutes. And I thought, it's not meant for me. And at that time, Arundhati Master, Sri Kantaraja Master's wife, and she really persevered. And she said to me, just hang in there, you know. Everybody goes through difficulty, just hang in there, just 5 minutes and just increase it slowly, slowly. And so what? She really gave us the support, the networking. If it wasn't for her support, I don't think I'll be sticking to this, honestly. Because sometimes, you know, we kind of decide for ourselves that it's not for us because we try it and that's it. But perseverance and Arundhati Master, you know, she has got so much time for everyone. You know, she gets phone calls from everybody, and she religiously answers. And if she doesn't answer the phone, she will call back and so on. So that's how we were introduced to the meditation. And as I said, it was a speech for me. That was the one. So for everyone, there's got to be something that grabs you into it. And some people might like the little yoga session or whatever, whatever grabs you, you stick with it. And slowly we increased the sessions. My husband, he was very lucky, I should say. For him, he just took it like duck to the water. For me, it was totally different. And of course, Patriji's, he gives us the freedom. His speeches are like, you listen to everybody. You don't have to listen to me and stick with it. Read all the masters' books and get all the wisdom from everywhere. And then you will find for yourself what resonates with you. And he says about experimenting it. Experiment for 40 days. And then decide for yourself. No need to give up in the beginning, that kind of thing. And the freedom Patriji has given us, that kind of motivated me, because in the beginning I was very skeptical as well. We've all come across so many of these so-called gurus and this and that sort of thing, and we end up hearing so many things and then we don't stick with it. So I was very skeptical, but because of this freedom and the swadhyayam, in meditation alone, I wouldn't say that it helped me with my journey. Of course, meditation is the main thing. And through reading books and attending the satsangam, I started slowly getting into the spirituality, spiritual things, about the things that we don't know. I mean, I was 60 years old. Maybe in my 60th year, that's when I was meant to come into spirituality, maybe. That's why I came. And I felt like, how many years I've missed, I wish I'd come earlier. And you young people, you've got this opportunity now. You are so young. And you don't have to sit for an hour for meditation. You just have to sit for 10 minutes, Patriji says that however old you are, that many minutes you have to meditate. So if you are 10 years or 12 years old, that's all you need to meditate to keep you with everything. So you guys are really lucky that you've got this wonderful gift at this young age. And anyway, our journey started in the beginning, and as everything, we all want to do more. It's like once you start riding bicycle, you want to ride more every day. You want to ride bike, So like that, I slowly increased my meditation. And everybody says, "Oh, increase to 1 hour and all this, 2 hours, and so on." And then the intention is like, you do this, and you feel that, oh, I've achieved the 2 hours. Oh, I sat for 2 hours. Like, I've done it, I've tried it, I've got the T-shirt for it. And slowly, the interest, because everybody's done it, and I've done it, I'm doing it, and everybody talks about it. Oh, and then people start saying, "Oh, you do wonderful," and he said, "Oh, you know so much. You're reading the books. Oh, why don't you share your experience? Why don't you read this?" And then, of course, you think, "Oh, you got it all." I fell into that as well. I think, "Oh, I'm reading quite a lot," and people say to me, because naturally, it's my innate ability that I can describe things and I can speak. It's not. And then they say, "Oh, you've got this knowledge and you have to share." Of course, once you start sharing and you think you're just doing that only, and slowly the meditation time, because I was spending more time, it's like I was so eager to attend so many sessions and learn more, because it was like an overload of information. I didn't want to miss anything. It's like Malini ma'am said, it's a fear of missing out. The PMC session has that, and breath energy has that, this has that. So many, it was like information overload. And then I got to a stage once. I'm just being frank with you, because I thought the whole idea is I want to share with you my journey. It hasn't been a very easy journey. It has had its ups and downs. So I felt that it was too much. I was listening to too much and so many satsangams, and then I had a little bit of confusion as well, I must admit. Because every master speaks from their experience, and then my energy level from meditation wasn't enough to actually see and get what I need. Perhaps I wasn't ready at that time. So I was really confused, and I thought, "Oh my God, this is too much," and time. And then, of course, the Imam and my husband has been a rock, I must admit. He has been a rock. And also, I should say, you start looking at things, listening to something, and you think, oh God, is this really, is it true? And then I haven't got the experiences like, people say, oh, I've seen colors, my third eye is opened, I'm doing meditation for 3 hours and nothing is happening. What is it? Am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong? And all Master says, everybody's experience is different, because you don't have to have your third eye open. Some people like a Swarna Master, I don't know whether you guys come across Swarna Ma. She says that she's never had any experience or anything, but she's been meditating. And then Patrici said to her, no, you don't. If your third eye is already open in some other lifetime, it may not happen to you this time. It's not that everybody's journey is the same thing. And also it depends on our soul evolution. Because in the meditation, everybody comes across, we're all at different levels. Some may be infant soul, some may be mature soul, I don't know, maybe mostly they say that when you are a mature and old soul, that's when you come into meditation. But even in that stage, there's so many lifetimes. Even as a mature soul, you go through 50 to 100 lifetimes, they say. So people have got different lifetime, different soul level. So that is what I found out in the end, that I saw, right, I'm not going to bother about what everybody's experience is. Am I doing it right? No doubting. My husband always says, stop doubting. He just says, I just close my eyes and sit. Doesn't matter whether I'm meditating or not, I'm sitting, So that's the main thing. Because what happens is we all want something, because we want to quantify, right? Because you are in the first standard, you pass, you write the exam, you pass, quantify. You got the results, certificate. So that doesn't work like that in meditation. That's what I found out, because you cannot quantify. You may spend hours and hours in this, and then slowly you see the changes. Master also said, all the PSS master said to me, don't worry about experiences and all that kind of thing. See the change. It'll be a very gradual change, because sometimes you don't notice the changes. In my view, and I started noticing the changes, and I realized that in my life, I had a busy job with in a project management environment, planning, and always having in a plan. I'm sure people who are into this project management, you always have another path. You think if A fails, plan B. You always have plan B. I'm a plan B person as well. I always have to have plan B. And because I did that in my job, and I'm always like finishing one task while the first task is being done, I'm focusing on the next, or what is next. The project is going ahead. What is the next? And I was always looking ahead rather than in the present moment. I realized slowly I started noticing my faults, where I'm going wrong. Especially when I was thinking I was so clever because I had the plan B. And even in my own life, like when I'm having a party or something, so I would have a menu plan, what time I start, what time I finish, and before everybody comes. And then what happens if one of my equipment, my grinder, one time, in my party, I even planned to the extent that I thought I was going to make vadas, right? And I said, if my grinder packs up, what am I going to do? And then I thought, right, I can borrow from, one of my friends who lives not far from me, so I can do that. So I had this planned out. And would you believe it, that time, my grinder did pack up. And then I said to myself, how clever I am, because I planned it. Because I didn't wait until it packs up so that I can say, oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? No. So I planned it all. So I did that successfully. But I didn't realize that because I was having plan B, universe has forced me to go to plan B. But that kind of thing I learned, because I just didn't realize that you focus on something, thinking that's going to be a good thing, but that's what universe takes you to that one. So from then onwards, I thought, right, I'm not going to have any plans. So when in my meditation journey, I decided I'm not going to have any plans. I'm just going to take it as it comes, because once you set something you try to achieve that, and you sit in meditation. You think it started to get to the stage that it was like a chore, because I said to myself, I have to do 2 hours because I've reached 2 hour level, or even sometimes 2.5 hours. So I thought if I didn't do 2.5 hours, I consider that as a failure on my part. I used to feel guilty. I used to think, oh my God, I didn't do the 2.5 hours. And then sometimes I think, oh, I have to sit and do 2.5 hours. So it was actually becoming like a chore for me. So my focus was all around, because it's like everybody has that, isn't it? Because it's human nature. You set your target and you think you get to achieve that. And if you didn't, you feel like you're a failure, and it becomes like a chore. That's when all the teachings, all the satsangam, they say, you just sit. It doesn't matter, as long as you bring meditation in your life, it doesn't matter if you can't. If you sit, you sit. And if it doesn't, some days it's a very good meditation, sometimes it doesn't. So it's not a problem. So I realize that now. Now I don't have targets. I don't even set the alarm now. Before I used to set the alarm, and then I'm thinking, oh God, when is the alarm going to go? I'm sure we've all had that. Because in the beginning it was very good, In the beginning I was sailing through, and then suddenly I thought, what is it? It's like, I'm sure we've all had that. And one more thing, I was going along, and then you feel this is also something. I'm not sure others have. You guys may not have experienced that. You hear other people saying, "Oh, I'm having this vision. I'm having this. I'm having that," and they've been doing it for 6 months, and I'm doing it for a year. And then you think, oh God, maybe it's not going to work for me. Maybe it's not. And then slowly, I wouldn't say I fell into that trap. I thought I was beginning to. I was thinking perhaps, well, I haven't got the time. Maybe others have got more time because they're not working. I haven't got this. They are not occupied as I am, so they're doing this. So you find excuses, and you think that, and then you're trying to find yourself some justification. And then you go into a downward spiral, and it doesn't matter because my life isn't the same as theirs, so that's okay. It doesn't matter. So you start thinking, oh no. Then you try to find somebody who's at your level. I don't know if others have done that. You think, oh, it's okay. I'm starting from the beginning, kind of thing. I went through all that, and then now I've experienced all of that. Now I'm at peace. As I said, I don't set any goals. I just enjoy the journey, and I see a lot of changes. I didn't notice it. My husband started noticing the change in me. In the beginning, my anger level was down. I was becoming calmer and everything. And slowly, after a while, you think there's more anger coming out. Where is that coming from? So that's when I was discussing with all the masters. They said that the negativity, because when you're cleaning something from the top, the dirt comes out first and then clear water. The deep-rooted negativity has to come out at some other stage, isn't it? So that's when it all comes out. So I went through that, and I realized that slowly everything comes out. I do not suppress my feelings. As I said, I try to transmute my feeling. If I get annoyed or something like that, I try to transmute that into a positive sense. I'm still working at it, it's a work in progress. It is definitely a work in progress. In my most important thing, the things I've learned, I should say, or the benefits I've achieved from this in my health as well. In my health, quite a bit, I would say. Those days, I used to, I work in the garden, and I'm a workaholic. And I just go, and then I get backache and headaches and things like that. And I used to take painkillers. Paracetamol is in our regular shopping list. The painkillers, in Canada, I don't know what they call it. Paracetamol is the generic name. We used to buy paracetamol. I used to take paracetamol and go to sleep. Otherwise, I can't sleep because of my body aching and everything like that. But since June 2022, I haven't taken paracetamol for my painkiller, for my pain or anything like that. I just meditate. When I still get backaches, but I meditate for about 20 minutes or something like that, and then I'm okay, and then I go to sleep. Same thing with headaches as well. Even when I've had, once I was traveling to India, we were in India. In India, everybody gets fevers, no? Colds and fevers, and I had fever as well. I didn't take any paracetamol. They even said to me, after 3 days, you better do something because virus and everything, you don't want to get the wrong virus there. But luckily, in my case, after about 2 days, the fever subsided. I was much better. But I'm not saying that I don't take any medicines at all because I've got gastritis. I get acid reflux. I take omeprazole for that. I tried to give up the omeprazole just through meditation, but I haven't reached that level yet because it was very difficult for me because then I get so much heartburn and all that. So I'm still persevering, but I know for sure, I know that in time, I will definitely conquer this acid reflux. Even for my knee, wasn't it? My knee problem, I must say this, I had a fall in 2016 and broke the cartilage. From then onwards, my knee was very bad. I used to get so much knee pain. And I've consulted a consultant and they said to me after the MRI scan, they said to me that in a couple of years' time, you will need, because there's arthritis building up, you will need an operation, but you're too young, you don't want to do that now. 2 years later, I went for another MRI. This was before I came to meditation. In 2019, when I had the scan, they said in the 2-year period, it has deteriorated in a fast pace. So the consultant says, yes, you do. You will need it, but maybe try a little bit longer. And that was it. I didn't. But I'm not quite sure whether it is the meditation or not. A year or so ago, for some reason, my pain started. It was so bad. It was so bad that when I went to India, I had to ask for the wheelchair because I couldn't walk on in the airport. It was so bad. I went to India. They did the MRI scan. They said, well, it is. They gave me the injection. That didn't work. It was okay for 4 days, and then after that, it didn't work. And I came back to UK. Went and saw the consultant because there was a long waiting in the UK. And then he said that I even went privately, actually. And then he said, okay, we'll see. But the scan shows that it's deteriorated. But he said, I came as a private patient, but I can't jump the queue. I'm going to have the operation. So I had to go through the normal channel. 3 months later, I went for the proper NHS appointment. I just said to myself, because I was so confused, do I have the operation or not? Because I'm like, I don't really want to have the operation, but then again, I don't want to suffer with this. Like, I've retired early to enjoy, go on holiday and all that. I don't want this to impede my life because I'm only 63 years old and I was in a kind of dilemma. And I said to my husband, I'm just going in. I'm leaving everything to Prapancham. I'm leaving the decision to the universe. It's not me. I'm not going to make any decisions. And he saw the scan and the x-rays and everything. And he said to me, actually, I would not operate on you, he said to me. And I said, why? He said, because it's not so bad. It is not too bad. And he said, I understand you are in pain. You are really in pain and it's really affecting your life, quality of life and everything. But he said, in my opinion, it isn't too bad because he says, earlier on, it did deteriorate a lot, but you kind of plateaued now. He says, in my opinion, it's not really as bad. And are you really in pain? And I said, yes, I am. And he said, I tell you what, you monitor yourself every day, make a note of it. And I suggest you take some painkillers as well to keep the movement and everything. In my opinion, if I operate on you now, the little improvement you will get, it isn't worth it and you will regret it. Because it's not a magic cure, because there's going to be an artificial part in there. It's going to restrict all the other movement. At the moment, you are very flexible. So he said, I will not operate on you now. And I said to him, well, if I miss the chance now, if the pain gets worse again, and then I'll have to come back again, I have to wait in the queue, NHS queue again. And I don't want it. He said to me, I tell you what, I will put you in the list. I won't discharge you. I'll give you 2 years' time. In that 2 years' time, if you feel that you still need this, and then come back and see me. But as I said, I would feel that you would regret it. And I thought, universe has spoken. And he says, the deterioration I had earlier on, it's plateaued now. So I'm thinking, maybe it's all the meditation as well. Okay, I'm having pains here and there. Maybe I've got some karma, need to experience the karma. Maybe I have to start loving it. Because that's another thing they say, isn't it? Because accepting it and love the knee pain. They say love it with affection and so on, and then it'll go away. So I'm doing that, and I every now and then I get pain, but I'm okay. I'm not taking painkillers for that. The doctor said to me, he said, take painkillers and walk. Don't stop walking and all that. But I still go for my walks every day, and I'm still working in the garden and all that. I have some pains, but I meditate, and so that is definitely a benefit for me. But I wouldn't say I'm totally medicine free. I'm still taking omeprazole and things like that. And that's one of the definitely the benefit. And in my personal life, I would say I am a better version of myself every day. Sometimes I may not notice it, but I'm getting there. At least my husband notices that every now and then. But this group, my meditation group, this networking, the PSSM masters are everywhere, worldwide. Doesn't matter what time of the day. If you feel like doing a group meditation, there is somewhere in the world, there is a meditation going on, isn't it? It's just a matter of joining in and then doing the group meditation. And I know at time, most people, time is a problem. I mean, people may say, oh, well, you're retired, so you can do this, that, the other. But in the UK, in PSSM UK, the English group, I mean, I go to I belong to the Tamil group. I also go to the PSSM UK, which is Ravi Kiran. I don't know if you come across Ravi Kiran and all those people, like Mallika Basu and all those. There are a lot of young IT workers there, IT people. They're all meditating. They're all finding time. So if anybody thinks that time is a problem, it isn't, because where there's a will, there is a way, isn't it? Because we make time, and I'm sure we all use our social media. We allow time for the social media and the phone and all that. So time is not an issue, in my opinion. I know we have a very busy schedule. We still do the meditation every day, try to morning, at night, or whatever time is available. That I think the time management it shouldn't be an excuse. I would say I would. And in terms of experience, I don't know. Do you have any questions or young people there or Malini ma'am? I mean, in terms of the book reading and everything, I have learned a lot from books. Sometimes I connect with the authors of the book. Sometimes I don't. If that's the case, then I don't get on. In one instance, what tended to happen? What happened was, in one instance, one master said to me, he gave me a book, Ramtha. He gave me that book and he said, read this book and give a speech. And I said, okay, And you know what happened? Because I started reading it, I was connecting with the part. My objective was to read and give speech. So I don't know whether because that objective is not, I wasn't reading for me. In other words, while I'm reading it, I'm thinking what points I can say, so for that reason or what, because my focus was different. The objective, once the objective changes, you just cannot connect. Because there I am, I don't know whether it's a little bit of me trying to impress because how good I'm giving the speech. So maybe that went into my head that I couldn't connect with the author and I couldn't even do the book. And halfway through, I left it. I said, no, I'm going to leave this for now. Because most of the time when I'm reading, I enjoy the reading because I do it for me, not for anybody else, not for, I'm sure we all want to impress as well, isn't it? Maybe that little spiritual ego comes in. What? I don't know. Maybe that's the reason. So that was one of my experience with books. One time before that, there was a book called Luminous Landscape of the Afterlife. I was really connected with the author. And then one chapter was about love. Wow, when I was reading that, I could actually feel my heart chakra activating. Thum, 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 it was beating so much. And towards the end, they were saying, like, when you came to that chapter, did you feel anything? And that's when I realized, yes, I did feel that. So, and I picked up the book, second time around reading it, my God, it was a different meaning altogether. And when I'm sometimes, my husband is like sitting on the other side or something, I'm saying, oh my God, I'll say, oh my God. He said, what happened? He says, oh my God, that's what they mean here. It didn't click because when you're looking at the literal meaning, it's just in English language, literal meaning. But there's some hidden meanings come into it. And for that, and then I feel like, oh my God, the author is telling me something else here. And the understanding on these books, it really fascinates me. Different times and also different time of the day as well. So I would say the book reading is definitely, I enjoy Swadhyayam and Satsangam as well, some of the speeches. And some of the Satsangam, you can tell that you are actually connecting with the speaker. And also through our own experience, also we know that how much the speaker is connected with the author, because you can sense it. I found that I could sense that when I'm listening to somebody else's satsanga, when they are giving speech about a book or something, I could sense that are they really connected or not as well. This is a marvelous thing. So I thought, even though I don't get third eye or don't see any past life or anything like that, there's definitely a change in me, and I am definitely a better person, better version of myself. And journaling is something I must admit, I haven't actually done it, but a lot of the masters say, please do that. Do you guys do journaling? You guys do it? Journaling, everybody, even Pradeep Vijay Master always says, do the journal. And once I had I felt that I had some, whether it was my thought or something came to me, I wrote it down, and then that effect was profound. For some reason, once you write it down, I think the virtue of writing it, making a difference. I can't explain what the difference is, but there is a difference. There is definitely a difference when you are writing down something and seeing it. Maybe one day I'll be able to explain certain things, like you do feel for yourself, and then you can't quite get it out. And one time I was meditating, and I was thinking, they always say, some guided meditation, they say, especially Sriyan's Daga is one of these, when he says, drop the identity. I just haven't got a clue of what is this about dropping the identity all about. I mean, do we say drop the identity? Do we think it and this and that? And one day, I just sensed it. I just knew that I became nothing. And then for that minute, I was thinking, so you're learning all these things. You're learning all the knowledge through wisdoms and with reading and satsang. You're getting all these, and then for that 1 second, I felt that I dropped my identity, and I felt something different. I felt like, oh my God, this is it. This is what all these people are on about. And that just stayed for a few seconds. Just few seconds. I had no identity. And I understood the meaning of dropping the identity. So like that, like so many things people are saying, masters are saying, they're just words that sometimes, they're just words, and then we haven't really come across it. We haven't actually experienced it. But sometimes when I do experience it, it is you understand the true meaning. So I don't know, am I blabbering on too much, or Malini ma'am? Just that you may think that it's, as I said, I'm still a novice, I'm same like you guys. I only joined 4 years ago, just under 4 years ago. And my happiness, my achievement is, I am there. I may not be, maybe like 1 or 2 steps ahead, before, but the fact that I'm in there, that's what matters. And I am not in a hurry. As Pradeep Vijay Master says, in spirituality, there's no hurry, there's no worry. Patriji sir also says that, no? In the beginning, I was in a hurry, you know, because you have this tendency, the human nature comes to you, you know, you want to compare, and, you know, so-and-so has done it, I can do it. And because, especially when you see that you're making progress, you just can't wait we try to do shortcuts and all that. And I'm sure we've done that in our Bhakti Markam, you know, in the Bhakti Markam also, why we are all giving so much prayers and this and that to the God, because we want to fast track everything, isn't it? We want to go quick, fast, everything. So now I've decided I'm taking it easy. I am there. I don't need to take the shortest route. I take a more scenic route. The scenic route I'm taking, and I'm enjoying the scenery. I'm enjoying my life. As Pradeep Vijay says, if you can be happy in a moment, that is meditation itself. Previously, we have a big garden, and you know, we do a lot of work in the garden. I'm always looking at perfection, and you know, I'm thinking, we've done all that work. I'll go in there and say, sit in the garden, and I'll say, oh my God, that weed, I haven't done that one. I said, oh, I can't. I have to get up and do that, take out the weed or do something. I'm thinking about what I have not done. You know, what I need to do, rather than focusing on how much I've achieved here, how lovely it is. But now the same garden, when I go in there, I am really admiring the beauty. My copper beech tree, it's a beautiful tree, 200 years old tree, used to be a nuisance for me before, because all the leaves that it sheds every autumn, it was a big job. Raking it. And, you know, I used to think, oh God, it's just, now I admire it. When the leaves are on the ground, I'm thinking, it's a carpet of brown color. You know, how lovely it is. No, I'm actually noticing these things, you know, which I never noticed. It's the same garden, is no difference at all. And then the bench I've got under the tree, when the birds do whoopsie on it, I used to hate it. I used to think, nuisance, these birds are making a mess. But now I'm thinking, lovely, the birds are nesting in my tree. And I get a lot of inspiration, a lot of the meaning from my garden. And when I'm pruning my roses, you know, they say the harder the prune, the better it grows. Because if you give the rose bush a hard prune, it'll grow really nicely. But if you don't prune it, it goes very straggly at the end, and then the blooms are so weak. And I'm thinking, I'm comparing that to the spirituality, because you go in there, you know, you do things, you know, every time you're being cut, your ego, cut your ego. When the rose bush is flowering and everything, rose thinks, I'm so beautiful, I've got all these flowers. But you cut the ego, and then the next year it's even come out better. Otherwise, the ego stays there, and the blooms are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So I'm relating that to our spirituality. So it's just amazing. Even my grass. I must say this about this. I suppose you want to say that in your experience, isn't it? About the lovely. Anyway, I'll leave some for my husband to talk as well. Thank you. Thank you for listening. As I say, no hurry. I don't have any goals. Yes, I may take another 10 more lifetimes. I'm enjoying my life, you know, because I'm accepting as things are, karma, whatever, I'm accepting it. So I'm enjoying life. Why I want to rush and finish it? I don't want to finish this life. I want to enjoy and take a scenic route. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I don't want to take up a lot of your time, because my wife has told you almost everything. I mean, I'm so lucky. At times, we all look at groups. Sometimes I look at my wife as a group, because she comes with lots of things that I cannot immediately see, but she sees much more. She understands much more. But what happens is, say a few things. It's like what she said, Sri Gandharaja Masters. He is the one who introduced me to the meditation. That was soon after the COVID. He could have just left it. He rang me once and left a message to call him. I didn't call him, and he could have just left it. But I think it is a call of the universe that I should come into the meditation. He didn't read anything. He kept on at me. He rang me and he said, "I'm sorry, I'm nagging you, but please just come in and just watch and go. Don't do anything." So I, just to satisfy him, I went there one day, just sat on the meditation. And that's all I knew. I never come off after that. Every day, without even reminding me, I'm just looking at the time and went in there. I didn't know what attracted me. And then it all made sense because everybody says that things happen to you at some time in your life and you don't have explanation. But later on, it all makes sense when you connect things up. I think it was about 20 years ago. Me and my wife was, even at that time, we were seeking something. I was in full employment. I was an engineer with telecommunications company, British Telecommunications. So I was so busy doing sort of on-call jobs and all that. So my wife was working as well. But even at that time, we were seeking something. We thought we were missing something. And we went to India and we wanted to learn meditation. We paid somebody money in Tamil Nadu, Chennai. And then he went to the classes. He taught us transcendental meditation. And then we came home, we tried to practice it. We did it for some days and then soon it filtered out. We didn't find real benefit out of it. It didn't materialize. And then after a few years, I went to India on my own on one quick occasion. Then again, at that point also, I was doing some seeking. I was looking at masters, not PSSM. I wasn't aware of PSSM at that time, or they weren't this big at that time. And I went around in China and met a few other masters, had a chat about spirituality and everything. I went to Tiruvannamalai, where Ramana Maharishi was there. And I am, even from that day, even now, I am a Tiruvannamalai devotee. I always go to Tiruvannamalai. So I went there, I stayed there for 5 days. Every day I used to walk around in the foothills of the hill. And then you see a lot of sages just sitting and meditating. So one day I sat next to one of them. He was sort of meditating. I sat next to him. It was a payment. And after some time, he opened his eyes, looked at me, and he didn't even spoke to me. He just asked me like this, why? What? So I said to him, I came to see you. I need some explanations about life, about what's the meaning of life. So he looked at me like this. And he laughed. And he said, where did you come? Where have you come from? That I came from UK. He said, go. Don't look for what you're looking here, you won't get it. And he was so, I thought he was so rude. He sort of chased me, said, don't ever come here. So I couldn't make anything out of it. And then I went to Chennai and I met another spiritual guy. And then he said to me, he didn't chase you. Actually, what he said to you is, it's not time for you yet. Go out and learn, get some more experience. So it never made any sense to me. And then when I was called after COVID, and that time, even the same guy who chased me, he said, don't look for it here. When the time is right, there somebody will come to you.
Yeah.
And then that's what he said. And he said, go away. And I didn't realize, I laughed and I was a bit angry as well. I said, how can he be that rude? I was asking. But then I found out after the COVID, when I went to this, I said, okay, So the Patriji is the guy who is going to come and tell me exactly what to look for, or where I was in my evolution scale. And now when I look at all these spiritual books, read the books and all that, I can understand. Even though I am 60 years, somebody else is 30 years, or somebody else is 20, soul-wise, your evolution is different. A younger person may be evolved more than what my soul has evolved. So, to this extent, I should say, there was one of the, I'm a writer, so not a very famous writer, I write, that is my hobby, and I wrote 10 books in family. And I said, I write about short stories and poetry and stuff like that. So one of my book release function in Chennai, one of the very big famous guy in Chennai, he was releasing the book. So he was much older than me. So when after the thing finished, I sort of bent down to get the blessings from him. And he immediately touched my feet. I didn't realize it. And when we got down, he said to me, "You may be younger than me, but you may be older than me." I didn't realize what he was meaning. And then now, when we are in this path, and when I read all the spiritual books, I can now understand what he really meant. And like this, I think, like my wife said, you should not have a set goal and set target. Whatever your soul wants, will ask. And then whatever makes you happy, then you do it. That is your core of your soul. That's the purpose of your birth. This is what I believe. Because I write, but I didn't know why I was writing. But whenever I write, I'm happy. So, when I was talking to the Vijay Master, he always says, that is your purpose of life. You're supposed to write. So write good things, write nice things, whatever you want to write, write. That's what you are born here for. Your soul wants that. And as my wife said, I don't have very much experience of visions or anything. I do 3 hours meditation. And I wake up very early. My mind change is during the days, those days before I started meditation, I used to sit down. And if I sit down during the day, I'm retired now for 10 years. I took early retirement. And if I'm at home, if I'm not doing anything and sitting down, I might fall asleep on my chair. And now, to my amazement, is I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning to do the meditation. I do 3 hours meditation till 6 o'clock. And then I do my writing for about an hour or so. And I'm so much full of energy. I don't sleep. I don't feel tired. I'm always at the garden doing something. Even I amaze myself. Where am I getting all this? I used to sleep all the time. I used to feel tired. But that is what the meditations changes. These changes is what we have to observe. And not whether we are seeing a master coming on our vision and telling us something. That's not the goal. The goal, Pradeep Vijay Master always says, don't expect anything. Just go and sit down. Close your eyes, sit down. Whatever happens will happen. And it may happen at a time when it chooses you, the time. The time will be chosen by the universe to whatever is happening. So this way, I would say, like my wife said, if all the youngsters, I'm very proud of these moms here.
Yeah.
Ask their children to come and sit down because you don't see this. Just to introduce them, it might not materialize. They might not do it straight away, but at least they know that there's something like this there where my parents believed. Then if I want, I can take that path. So That's one of the very good things. And these groups, like my wife said, anywhere in the world at any time, there is somebody doing this group meditation. You don't need, for meditation, you don't need language. You don't need anything. It is one thing that there's no division, no language, no caste, no color, no religion, nothing. It is just pure feeling. And there's no language for that. So you can join any group and just they will play the meditation music and you just sit down and meditate. When you do the group meditation, there's more energy, even in the Zoom, there's more energy. You feel that. You can see the difference when you do it on your own and then you do it with a group of people. There's a difference of energy level. So so I hope we should all find time somewhere, even 10 minutes, 5 minutes, even the Sriganda Raja Master tells me that that's true. Even if you want to go somewhere, before you go, just sit down 5 minutes, just meditate and go and do, and you will do that more successfully than you can do it normally without doing it. So it's always pays you a nice experience at least, So we should do that. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Kind of the speech, what the subject is.
Yeah, I do. I wrote short stories, a lot of poetry, and every day I do about. I'm on Facebook. I write advice for young people. I pick up one topic or some aspect of life, and then I will write about something that's very simple for the youngsters to take in. So I relate some stories, some I make up. This is what I'm saying. The other thing, the meditation, what it does is after 3 hours of meditation, I don't know where it comes from. I know what to write. Something comes up to my mind, like this. This is what you want to tell today. So I just come out and then sit down and write. And then I write poetry. And now I wrote a lot of songs for PMC Tamil. And what I do is AI. All these time
Oh, this, you manifested something.
I used to
That
think
one.
my ambition was to write songs.
Cinema
and
songs like that.
Get someone to sing it, and then record it, and just keep few CDs of my song, not to sell it or not to publish it, just for myself. I want to listen to the songs that I wrote in song format.
Yes.
And suddenly, I don't know where the universe listened to me. Suddenly, the AI dropped on my lap. I now write lyrics and give it to AI, and they give me the music.
Beautiful
and the song.
songs. Oh my God.
Comes out.
So
And
many cinema songs. It
When
comes
they
out.
do the yagna in Ahasirashram in Tamil Nadu,
They
I
play
wrote a song for every day.
every day.
So like about Patriji, about Anapana Sadityanam, and about the benefit of the dhyana and all that. So I do write that. Occasionally they play it on the PMC Tamil TV channels. And those kind of things, I think suddenly it's something that I was meant to do. It came to me now through the meditation, and the time is right now. So I'm doing that. So I spend a lot of time, and I have a YouTube channel on my own, and then I put all my songs and all that. And these people will know in Tamil, there's music here. Thing called Isayum Kadayum. That what they do is they have a short story, and they will read the story, or somebody acts the story.
Narrate the story.
As a
They play
drama,
cinema song.
and then they put cinema songs.
Suitable cinema song.
Suitable scene. What I do now is I write the story.
And
I write the
song.
and then I put
Yeah.
the thing and then I put it on my YouTube channel.
So it's
So,
easy. You need to
yeah.
reach the masses, I mean, a lot of people through the music.
Yeah,
Music
yeah.
connects a
Yeah,
lot of
there's a
people.
lot of good things that you can do. And then especially I do some modern music with nice, meaningful dhyana and all this with the musical aspect.
So young
of it.
people can
young
get the
people
feedback.
can get into it. They can listen to it rather than if you try to give them old version of songs, the old type song, they won't listen. So if you sort of add this to the thing and then you can give your message into that as a song. So even some songs I put some English words, mix them and then give it a sort of a dance song. But the meaning is also dhyana meaning or some philosophical meaning.
Okay, you can ask AI to do this, your tribal science in different languages also.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
you
you can
can.
take a to do it in different languages, you can reach a lot of people.
What about the
also,
grass?
and also medically it helps me as well because it keeps my brain moving all the time because that's what they're saying that you should always do something.
What about your diabetes and all that? You have said.
Yeah, health-wise, another benefit is like I was taking diabetes tablets for about
20 years. 20 years.
about 20 years now. And now, because I think about 2 years ago, we went to India, come back, and one of our cardiology friends, her relatives in India, he told me, reduce your weight. That is the important thing for everything in your life. So if you can reduce your weight, that will help. We came home and my wife and myself decided to join a slimming group.
We couldn't do it ourselves.
We could do it ourselves. And then we started and within 6 months, I lost 2 stones.
28 pounds.
28 pounds. And my GP was amazed. How did you do it? And my diabetes came out down to pre-diabetic level. So they stopped
the medication.
Meditation. And gave me the testing kit and said
You still need to monitor, you know.
Still need to monitor it. But he asked me, what did you do? He said, I want to make a note and tell my patients. Because you're
The meditation.
Meditation and diet. So he said, fantastic. He said, medical world does not do meditation out. Because that is one of the greatest things. For blood pressure, for diabetes, and for any heart condition, meditation is very good. So he said, whatever you're doing, carry on doing it. Very good. And that is one of the health benefits.
Thank you so much. We are happy to hear all this sharing.
No, this is really something that everyone can do it.
A lot of people in India also come out of this, a lot of migraines, headaches,
Yes.
psoriasis, lots of which the medical science students are the meditations are. A lot of people, lot of stories. India, lots.
Please come and eat and we will.
Yeah.
We are here talking too much. It's very best to hear all this experience.
Yeah, this.
No, and the other thing is, you know, our experience of love, giving love to the environment. Before, you know, when you used to cut the grass and all that, it's big. You know, it takes 2 hours to cut the grass. Big garden we have, and something used to. Sure it is, you know, like that used to. But since the meditation, last 2 years, he happily does it because he feels energetic. And the grass, you wouldn't believe it. The grass is so green. And even my neighbors are saying, how your grass is so lush and green, you know? I think he's doing it with love. Because whereas before, he must have been doing, grass, you know, this thing, you know?
Everything is.
The grass is noticing the love. Yeah.
And the important thing is I used to think it was mine. But now
we say it's not
meditation,
mine.
everything. I'm only a caretaker.
We are a caretaker.
I'm taking care for the nature and for the universe. And but after my time, somebody else will have to come and take care of it. Only a caretaker, that's all I think.
No, thanks.
Yeah.
No, because we wouldn't have experienced all these things if it wasn't for the meditation. I mean, maybe like in a big quantifying, we haven't got big things to quantify, but all these are valuable things in our lives, isn't it? And we have a tree, a copper beech tree, 200 years old tree. As I said, when we bought the house, it's too much work. I used to think, even if the tree dies, I'll be happy because there's too much leaves coming out. I used to think like that those days. And suddenly I noticed, this was before 5 years ago, the tree surgeon came and, it had some disease. It was spots and the weeping and all that, brown spots. And the tree surgeon said that it's got this disease. There's no cure for this disease. So eventually this tree will die. And then I felt sad. I didn't want the tree to die. At the same time, there was a master in PMC. She was reading Anastasia, and there she was talking about how trees respond and you can talk and the nature can actually produce the suitable fruits to heal you. And she mentioned about the how you keep the seed and all these kind of things. And she was saying that nature will respond and all that. After doing that, and I thought, oh my God, I'm going to talk to my copper beech. So I talked to her. I refer to the tree as she now because she is, and we say, I love her, I love you, and I hug her, and then, kiss her and all that. Even when my granddaughter comes, she would say, hello, Copper Beach, I love you, and all this. We started showing so much love, isn't it? And every time I go to my garden, I go and touch her and feel her. And I really feel her, hug her and all that. Believe it or not, the disease is gone. It's not progressing anymore. Even where all the scars are, that is all disappearing. So she is rejuvenating. So I thought, the love, it's just, it's amazing. It is amazing. And you try to correlate these things with, in Christianity, Jesus says love, isn't it? And, you just say that the pure, after meditation, you actually feel, I don't know whether maybe the heart chakra is kind of activating or what. The true meaning of love we know.
Your meditation, you are undoing yourself.
Yeah.
Undoing means you're being
all the programs.
So many layers have been formed. It's really thank you so much for coming and meeting us here and giving an opportunity to meet. First of all, my name is Veer. I'm from Kabalpur. That is a real transformation, a real experience, if you ask me. It's not. There are two kind of experiences we have in meditation. One is I've been doing for a while, so I understood that psychic experiences initially you get light or wavering or no itching or all of that. That we don't know. You may get light, you may see God, you may see all this like heaviness and everything and all. But beyond that, that is one type of experience, right? So if you expect it, it won't come. Even if you don't come, but the real experience, if you ask me, is that not in the meditation. Beyond the meditation, which you both shared, that hey, I've changed it here little, and my opinion have changed here. So that itself is the true. I believe that you are transforming to a better being every day.
Yeah.
That is the true experience.
Better version of ourselves,
right?
So not the actual experience in the meditation.
And also Patriji says that if you have that experience, if you stick to that,
then you want progress.
I'm enjoying it. Next day I'll get it. That is Maya. Again, you start there. Your progress will stop. So you should be in the middle path always. You should know, okay, if you get it, okay. Always Patriji says that observe your breath. That is regular meditation. But in meditation, if you're really giving an experience, let's say you're seeing light, don't observe your breath.
Yeah.
Observe that experience.
Yes.
Observe that experience. Again, observing, not analyzing or scanning. What is light? There is
what
something.
Does that mean?
You may see some face or some whatever, maybe mountains or light or whatever. Let's say you're getting itchy here, you're getting pain here. Just observe that. Once that is done, again back to that. In this process, we are being an observer. Everything in us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that.
It's 100%.
Yeah, it's just small changes in our lives that was mental wisdom.
No, it's a big change if you ask me.
Yeah, it is a
The
big change
small
in my.
because if you let's say forget about meditation is not there, PSM is there. Through Bhakti Marg, what I notice, any spiritual, we are hardwired already.
Yeah.
We are already habitual. That 40, 50 years. Even changing, let's say, forget about it, having a coffee. Let's say, want to change it. It's not possible.
Yeah, it's not.
So what I understood was that what is the difference between only meditation and Bhakti Marg was that I also used to be Bhakti Marg and all, but I understood is that meditation is the only thing that transforms human life because it directly impacts on the brain.
Yeah.
See, you said you are there for 4 years before something, but now you're saying that I changed. How will you change? Even some guru came to your home and you tell that these good things you do it, you may try to do it, you may not do 100%. Because our self might not be ready, our brain won't accept it for a change. But when sitting like this, even though you're not going to sleepless state, but if you observe it, at one point of time, even I notice it, my brain is reprogramming.
Yeah.
Whatever I said 4 years back, like you said, that is wrong. That's what I said. Now I'm saying is no. That opinion is getting changed. That is the beauty of it.
Yeah, definitely. Even relationships and that, we are definitely a better person now. I'm not saying it with a kind of arrogance. No, we're definitely different to. We are responding rather than reacting now. Yeah, we are responding now. Yeah.
Don't take it personal.
Yeah.
Because perception thinking is changed.
Yes,
That
definitely.
thinking is
That is a great example
Yeah.
you said. Like your grass is green and
Yeah.
showing love means because as Patrisar says or everyone says Bhagavad Gita, that is it's a fundamental law of universe everyone is working on. Be creating the right. Kadbha, which is right. So since you have pure becoming day by day pure love and showing that it is reflecting it.
And also writing, right? If you are not even making money through writing, you will not become happy. Because you are attracting other people with this one. That's the thing. The meditation is the only thing is that it transforms us.
Yeah.
Transforms you.
Yeah.
Right?
But with him, like I think when Sakti is writing, he's actually in meditative state because he says it just comes. He doesn't think of the words. He just says it's almost like when you are giving birth, you want to push it out like that. He says, I have to write it. He would say like in the middle of helping me to do housework or something, he'll quietly go with the phone. And I'll say, where are you going now? He said, well, I'm ready. He says, I have to.
He's not writing.
He is
Writing.
downloading, yes. Being downloaded through him.
One of inspiring where I really respect and gratitude Patricia because I saw how PSM is growing in 2010, 12 I started there. He usually what you feel back home as we grow. Writer means we have you write me some great person. We have like singer is great person or a dance person. But through meditation, very normal people who study 10th, 12th grade, even not that, who share this kind of experiences, he encourages people that you to write a book. He made them write a bit. So many books are written like that. With this experience. Or something is coming through you, like it. And also he made sure that everyone should learn art. I know many women learning dance, learning music now at the age of 40, 50, it's an amazing. Like usually what you will do if someone says that we'll have a limitation in your mind. Oh, I can't do now. It's not my cup of tea and all. But through this, I think he removed all the barriers. You can do anything.
Yeah, exactly.
It's even now, it's like certain things like I'm kind of amazing myself in the sense like, somebody came and said that, the languages and all. And then we all have different languages, If somebody says, our language is so great and all that, straight away I'm thinking, because I don't feel like comfortable saying, oh, my language is great. No, because everything is great or everything is unique. I'm thinking in that line now. I was thinking like that. If somebody says something like that, I'm thinking, how can you say that? I'm thinking like, come on, we can't say that, because as soon as you say that something is like even being patriotic, you're being patriotic, that's also kind of different, sister. You are discriminating you. And I was thinking like that, and then I thought, oh my God, am I being stupid here, too overthinking? And one day, Anand Karnesh, the author of Untold, author of Thousand Seeds of Joy, he actually came to our PMC because Aruna ma'am was doing this book in Tamil. He actually came to that, and then he actually said, that we keep saying positive, negative is bad, positive, positive. And he said there comes a time that when we are evolving, even to say positive is somehow discriminating. That is because there is no-ness. In other words, everything is neutral. You need to get to that stage. And he says, he used the word being, my country is great, you say that, I know being patriotic is good, but when you say my country is great, he said, that means that is not. And I thought, hang on a minute, you're right, really, I thought I was wrong all this time. So I was kind of relating to him. See, because at one time, and at the same time, he said, in the beginning, we need to start focusing on positives. But there comes a time, even positive is not good. Just neutral.
No, there is, see, let's say there is a white and a black spot, right? You're saying there's a black spot that is coming out from mind. Positive, negative, let's say when you ask a child like 4 years or 5 years, he does not know because the word is not registered in their mind.
Yeah.
So this is coming again from a mind.
Yeah.
So we are already going through meditation, that's okay. So thoughtless, no mind state, right? So and that is a good example of what Shreyans is saying is, which you are doing is no identification.
Yeah, no.
Like it's my language, my country, my.
And his Shreyans is one great thing about him is, you go onto his site,
Soul lab.
He has got different types of meditation guided.
Yeah.
There is who am I? That's one. That and then
Manifestation.
healing.
But the only thing is, for that, I think you need somebody with you to do that. Some of those meditation. I don't know. I haven't tried that. Because the manifestation meditation, Shriyan's done this one. I'm not quite sure comfortable following that.
No,
you need him because you don't want to get stuck somewhere.
You are already in an evolving state that is for primary people.
Yeah.
See,
Otherwise, we can do it.
Earlier it was only one. That's why Patrisa, if you observe, like any other guru,
Yeah.
he did not teach 10 things. He taught only one. According to my knowledge, after Buddha, he is the only one person taught to the masses. If you really want to see PSSM, I don't know about Tamil Nadu because it started in Andhra Pradesh. It started from rural areas, like a vegetable vendor, farmer, whatever. They do meditation sincerely nowhere. See, you not teach anything. Just sit your eyes, observe. So what I'm saying is these all are added lately different masters, there will be purpose and that. But since you're already connected and you're progressing well, you don't need to do that.
Yeah.
Right? And also manifestation and all will be initial stage. One stage after that, you will be in a situation whatever comes.
Yeah. We don't need to manifest anything. We just accept everything that comes along.
Patriji's explanation, where it really practically true is that it's like a ladder. You are on second step, the other person is third step, another person is on fourth step. So it depends on your previous birth, which step you left.
Yeah, then you're going to join on that.
Until you come to that step, you won't join, and then you will start a climb where you are supposed to climb. So that is why some people come very early, some people come
at all.
Yeah.
You will tell me, and when you come to the manifesting, right? We already do manifestation.
Yeah, he's-
Writing something.
Yeah.
What is manifestation?
The song thing, he manifested it.
You don't do something else. That's it. Doing the meditation.
Yeah.
You don't need to follow something for morning manifestation.